worst enemy. We are the ones that keep us from being our best. Recently heard a story about an older gentleman. He was in a post office. He was in line to get stamps. You could tell he was struggling there in that line. And there was a lady that noticed. So she walked up to him and she said, "You know what? There's these amazing little machines right over there. You can get your stamps there. That way you don't have to wait in this line." And the old man looked at her and said, "I'm really grateful. I appreciate it. But I'd rather wait in the line." Now, she couldn't figure this out. It didn't make any sense to her. She could tell that he was struggling. So she persisted. "Come on, come to the machine. I'll show you how to do it. It's easy. It's a piece of cake." And finally, the old man looked at her in the eye and said, "The machine won't ask me about my arthritis." And he stayed in the line. Now, how does that make sense to anyone in this room? Well, that's just it. It doesn't make sense. It's emotional. It's not logical. It is about the experience that you create for your customer over and over and over again. That's what it's all about. Your customer experience needs an overhaul. It needs it right now. So how do you do that? Well, your people need people skills. How do we do that? We teach them. We teach them to create wow experiences. What is a wow experience? It's when a customer realizes that you went above and beyond for them. That's a wow experience. How do we do that? Well, we teach them to be grateful. They have a role. They have a responsibility. They need to be able to do it better than we can do it. They become indispensable to you. They can become indispensable to their team. You've got to give first. You've got to give first. You've got to train your CSRs to give first. You've got to train your technicians to give first. You've got to train your comfort advisors to give first, to create value. And when they do, they're going to create a wow experience. And that's how you build long-term relationships. You give first. When people don't do their job, and we wonder why, it could be that they don't care. We need to teach them to care. We need to remind them who the boss is. It's them. They're calling. They're calling. So how do we teach them to care? Well, we got to teach them to listen. Customer gets on the phone, "Hey, I've got this mother-in-law living with us. She's been with us for the last 3 years. Can you imagine telling a complete stranger you got a mother-in-law living with you? How about I've got a son who's 4 months old and I can't go without AC? They share these things with us. I just had a hip replacement. I just had an aneurysm. They share it all. Why do they share that with complete strangers?" That's their pain, yes, from an emotional standpoint. And they want you to care. But in order to care, you have to listen. And you've got to teach them how to listen. They've got to be present. They've got to be in the moment. Lastly, we need to teach our team to embrace optimism. Absolutely, there are things we cannot control. We cannot control the elements. We cannot control other people. But we can control ourselves. These things are common knowledge. You get it. You get it. But it's not common practice. The way we make it common practice is by practicing over and over and over again. You are the enemy. You are the one that keeps you from being great. You are the one that keeps you from growing. And you've got to fix that. What is great about life is that as long as we're not dead, we can get up. We can get up. We can dust ourselves off, and we can try again and again and again until we succeed, until we win. So when I say you're the enemy, you are. But you're also the hero. You're the hero of this story. And if the hero can step up, if the hero can get off the ground, dust themselves off as many times as they have to, again and again and again, until they do what they're supposed to do what they were meant to do, and that is to create, that is to build, because it's not about the money, it's about people. And when you serve people, when you take care of people, when you create that experience over and over and over again, guess what? You win. And money's just a byproduct. Make it so. You be the hero. Thank you very much.
Hello and welcome to another episode of This Call May Be Recorded. I am your host, Zach Garside. Welcome to 2023, my friends. We took a few weeks off of the show with the holidays, but we are back and we're going to be here every single week with new episodes of the show where we listen to recorded CSR phone calls and we coach them up live on the air, so that you can learn what to do, what not to do, so that you have a fun story to tell when you go to lunch later today. This is the show where we learned that every single customer interaction has to be more than a transaction. That is the requirement for greatness. That is the requirement for earning fierce loyalty in an age where customers have unlimited options. It's making it more than a transaction. It's being the most positive, the most confident, the best listener that customer is going to talk to today. It's about being empathetic, always focusing on what you can do for the customer, asking for the business. Don't just sit there and wait for the customer to say, hey, yeah, sign me up. I'm ready to go. Ask them, when would you like us to come out, Mr. Jones? I have an appointment today at noon. May I book that call for you? Build value, help them visualize the service they're going to receive before they receive it, so that they get excited, so that they're predisposed to say yes to the technician before he gets there. And we show gratitude. We say to that customer, thank you so much for calling us. I know you had other options, but I'm grateful that you've done business with us today. It has to be a wow experience. It must be more than a transaction. If you are a CSR and you're watching the show today, first thing I want to say to you is you're the voice of the company. You're the first impression that customer gets of your business, but you're also the last if you mess it up. I want you to know that your role is not mere customer service. It is revenue generation. You are a profit center for the company. If you don't show up and do your job well, no one else gets an opportunity. When a CSR does not create a wow experience for the customer, the technician has to work that much harder to earn a sale, to get the customer to say yes. Again, you're the voice of the company, the first impression. It's all about you. And this show is all about you. Today, we coach more than 1,000 CSRs across the home services industry. We sit down with every CSR every month. We listen to their phone calls and we give them personalized feedback. Because you're worth it, because you deserve a coach, because you deserve to have someone tell you you're doing a great job, and you deserve to have someone give you feedback on how you can get better. The best people in any industry crave that feedback. They want to be told what they can do better, how they can improve. So this show, as I mentioned, is the show where we listen to recorded CSR phone calls and we coach them up. If this is your first time watching, welcome. Please hit the comment section and let me know where you are watching from, what company, what location. If this is not your first time watching the show, welcome back. Super excited to have you all here. Again, we do this every single Friday. Make sure your team knows, make sure that the people in your network groups know that every week there is a show for CSRs where we play phone calls, give them feedback, and look for ways to make all of our phone calls more than a transaction. So again, hit the comment section. Let me know where you're coming from. And I'm going to start playing phone calls. Hello, Patty. Good to see you again. We've got Barbara coming from Mr. Electric of Orange County. Welcome back, Barbara, a longtime listener of the show. I've got 4 phone calls today. 2 calls that are classified as effective, 2 calls that are classified as ineffective. I personally don't pick the calls and I don't listen to them before the show. I make it a point to react here live with all of you. Welcome, Patricia from Farrell Plumbing, Pasco County, Florida. I hope I said Farrell right. Farrell. Here is phone call number 1, my friends. Feel free to tell me what you're hearing.
This is, how can I help you?
Hi. I was just wondering if I could see when you guys could come and take a look at our plumbing. We're just having some drains that aren't flowing right.
Yeah, we can certainly help with that. Who am I speaking with today? Hey, Tim, what's going on with the plumbing?
Love it.
So just like our vanity drain and then the bathtub, they're just not draining. Like they drain, it's just very slow.
Takes a long time for them to drain. Okay.
Yep.
Which bathroom is this that you're having those issues in?
Mainly in our master bedroom. So it's one of them downstairs.
So the master
And
bath.
even the upstairs one. Yeah, and the upstairs bathroom too.
Oh, okay. So I'm having problems in the upstairs bathroom as well. Same issue
Yep.
with the shower and the vanity.
Yep.
Oh gosh. Okay. And no other backups anywhere else in the home?
Not that we notice.
Okay. And how long's it been going on? How long have you been having those issues for?
A couple weeks now.
Okay. Well, we could certainly get somebody over there and check out what's going on with it for you. Is there a good time in your schedule for somebody to come out?
Really whenever.
Okay.
Excellent. Okay, this is a fantastic phone call so far. Let me tell you why. And again, please, in the comment section, tell me what you're hearing that makes you think this is either a good call or a not so good call. But what I'm hearing is, number 1, customers do not buy from the best companies. Simple fact. They do not buy from the best companies. They buy from the companies who understand them best. And this CSR is doing a fantastic job of showing the customer that she understands him best. Asking, tell me more about the plumbing situation. Where are all the drains in the house that this is happening? Has this ever happened before? How long has it been going on for? You're engaging in a conversation where the customer's able to tell you what's happening and how it's affecting their life. If I call 5 companies and 4 of them say, what's your address, what's your address, what's your address, what's your address, and they don't take the time to understand what the situation is, I might book with one of those businesses. But if I call a 5th company that says, tell me more. How's this affecting you? What's going on? How long has it been happening for? I'm going to give my business to the company that gets me, that understands me best. I'm going to give my business to the company that makes me feel seen and heard. That's what this CSR is doing such a good job of so far. She's engaging in a conversation. I have said dozens of times on this show, and I'll say again, it's 2022. Customers don't have to call you. We could just give our information to a chat bot on your website. We could just fill out a form. And yet, despite that, we still choose to pick up the phone and speak to a human being. Why? Because that's what we want. We want another person to listen to us, to care about us, and to take ownership for helping us solve our problem. So if the customer is going to take the opportunity, give you the opportunity, I should say, to have a conversation with them, if they're going to pick up that phone and call you, you owe it to them to make it more than a transaction. You owe it to them to make it worth their while and create a wow experience. Many CSRs make it purely transactional. They talk to the customer over the phone as if they are a chat bot on the website, as if they are a mere form for collecting information. If that's all you're going to do, then just push customers to the website. Let them engage with the form or the automated chat. But if that customer is going to pick up the phone and call you, make it an experience. Make them say, wow, I've never been treated that way. I've never been listened to like this. I've never felt so understood and so reassured that my problem is going to be taken care of in a timely and affordable manner. That's the opportunity that you have on the phone. This CSR does an excellent job there of making the customer feel heard. Welcome, Naomi from AirServe in Killeen, Texas. Let's go to phone call number 2. Here we are.
Thank you for calling. This is, how can I help you?
Yes, my name's, and we've got a stopped up commode. Have you got somebody that can help us this afternoon?
I know that we're really booked up today, so I definitely don't have any technicians available for today.
Ooh.
Okay. Y'all work on Sunday?
We do. But I do. Well, where are you located?
In Peachtree Corners?
Okay. Let me put you on a very brief hold. I'm gonna check for it real quick to see
Okay.
how soon we can have someone out. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go through the hold.
Thank you for your patience, sir. So unfortunately, the soonest that we would have would be this Wednesday.
Okay. Well, I've got somebody else that can come sooner. So thank you very much, though.
You're welcome, sir. You have a good day.
Folks, what did you hear on that phone call? I'm gonna put this little banner here across the bottom of the screen while I'm playing calls now. But what are you hearing on this call? Let me tell you what I heard. No, we don't have anything available. Unfortunately, we cannot get out there today. Lindsay says, uh-oh. Where is the yes statement, Patty? That's right. What can you do for the customer? I'm going to play this call back from the beginning, and I'm just going to tell you what I would do differently. Get real specific, kind of second by second.
Thank you for calling. This is, how can I help you?
Yes, my name's, and we've got a stopped up commode. Have you got somebody that can help us this afternoon?
I know that we're really booked up.
We can definitely help you with that. You have called the right place. Tell me more about the situation. What's going on? That's our first response. Plan A, response number one, first thing we do is tell me more. What's happening? Yes, we can help with that, definitely. Ask them about the situation. Make sure you have a clear picture. And then once you have that picture, you've shown them that you care, that you're listening, make them feel heard. Let them know again, we can definitely help. You said you were looking for somebody to come out today, right? Well, let's get some information and let's take a look at the schedule together. And now you can go look at the schedule. Once you find that you don't have what they're looking for, that you don't have the timing available that they need, you don't tell them, unfortunately, we're completely booked. We don't have anything. The reason you don't tell them that is, number one, it's not helpful. It doesn't do anything for the situation. Number two, if you're busy, what are the chances that other reputable companies in your area are also busy? I'm going to say they're pretty high. You're not the only company with a full schedule today. You may not even be the first company they've called. You even heard him say, oh, I found somebody else that can get there sooner. So is that all this is? Is this just a race? Is this just a competition for who has the least busy schedule? When you find that you don't have the time they're looking for, don't say, unfortunately, we're busy. Say, what I'd like to do, Mr. Jones, or what I can do is I can get you on our urgency list. The urgency list gives you faster service. When a technician finishes early in your area or another customer reschedules, that will allow me to move you up into the soonest available appointment time. Now, in order to get you on the urgency list, I do need to fit you into the schedule, and I have an available appointment on Monday at noon. May I book that appointment in order to get you on the urgency list? That would be the latest anybody would come out there. A lot of customers are going to say yes to that. Some will still say no. Some will still say, yeah, I need to know you're coming today. I need a really solid answer, a reassurance that this is going to get taken care of in the next 12 hours. To which I would say, I completely understand the sense of urgency. What if we do this then, Mr. Jones? Let us be your backup plan. We will put you on our urgency list, and we will plan to come out there no later than Monday at noon. But what I'd hate to see happen is I'd hate to see you lose this appointment and have to wait longer for somebody else. Because when we're busy, other reputable companies are also busy. If you do find something else, just give us a call.
Not today, so I definitely.
Whoops. If you do find something else, just give us a call. We'll take you off the schedule. Can we be your backup plan? And then you book the call that way, because now you're appealing to the customer's sense of logic. They will realize you're right. Other companies are busy. I don't want to have to wait longer for somebody else. Are you going to book 100% of your calls doing this? Of course not. Nobody's booking 100% of their calls, but you're going to book a lot more because you're appealing not only to the customer's emotion, which is the primary driving force by listening to them and empathizing with them, but you're also appealing to the sense of logic, which is ultimately what their spouse is asking for when they make a decision. If my wife comes home and says, "Hey, did you get an appointment scheduled for the HVAC?" I say, "Yes, I did. I booked an appointment for Monday. If something opens up sooner, they'll come out here." The next question she's going to ask is, "Why did you book something for Monday? We need something this weekend." To which I say, "Oh, well, other companies are also busy, but this business, this company put me on their urgency list. So if something opens up, they'll come out sooner, but I didn't want to have to wait longer for a different company." And my wife will say, "Oh, okay, makes sense." So you're actually giving the customer solid logic and reasons to use to justify their decision to wait. Tony says, "Great stuff, man. This would be great training. CSR's biggest fears are being full when someone calls." That's true. But it really helps to recognize that if you're full, so is everyone else. Don't just send the customer off to wait longer for a different company that's more service-minded. Be the company. Don't be the company that is the most available, that has the most openings. Be the company that provides the best service. Be the company that makes the customer feel taken care of, heard, seen, understood, valued. That's the company you want to be. You want to be the one with a full schedule and the best customer service. That's something to aspire to. Let's look at phone call number 3. Again, while this call is playing, in the comment section, let me know what you are hearing. Here we go.
This is Sweet Day. Can I help you?
Hi, yes. I was just returning a phone call from in regards of trying to schedule our furnace maintenance for this year.
Absolutely. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Yes, my name is.
Hi, good morning. How's your
Good morning.
system been working, your AC maintenance? How did it hold up during that triple-digit heat that we had a couple weeks ago?
You know what? I think we prepare ourselves for that. So we kind of train our body like, okay, don't lower. I don't put it anything lower than 70, 79, 78. To me, that's like freezing. But my husband's
Right.
like, it's so hot in here. And I'm like, deal with it. Tell your body to just relax. But
It ran great. We didn't have any issues.
Good, perfect. All right. When can I schedule this for you? We're looking at October. I believe we're at the third week in October. Is there a particular day and time that would work for you?
No, in October, third week, we look okay. Like everything looks available so far.
Okay. Would you like a morning appointment or afternoon appointment? What would work best for you?
the afternoon, what time does the afternoon
12 to 2,
run?
12 to 2,
12 to
2 to
2?
4, or 4 to 6.
Okay, so quick point here that I want to elaborate on. So far, once again, just like the first call we listened to that was very good, where there was lots of listening happening, this phone call is very conversational. Conversational service is perhaps the most unfair advantage that you have. When the customer feels like working with you is a natural, almost effortless conversation, they're not going to want to work with anyone else because most companies make it way too difficult to get service. Most companies muddy the water. They make it complicated. They focus way too much on pricing. They lack confidence. But when they get on the phone and it just feels like an effortless conversation, that's who that customer's giving their business to. This CSR has done a masterful job of creating a conversation with the customer. I also want to point out something interesting. When she asked, when are you looking to have work done? Right now we're booking for October, third week of October. I didn't love that because I don't like telling the customer, hey, we're booking out for later on. I just want to know what they're looking for first. When are you looking to have us come out? Period. If they say no rush, then great. It's not a problem that I'm out the third week of October. But she actually did a really good job with it, because most companies might start the call with, okay, so your air conditioning's not working. Well, we're booked out till the 3rd week of October. We don't have anything before then. Is that going to be okay with you? And that is not how you handle this. You don't start the call by giving the customer bad news. That's just totally counterproductive. To sit there, to answer phone calls, to have a conversation with somebody in need and focus on all the things that you're not able to do, or all the inconveniences that are getting in the way of you serving them, not a good approach. So she actually did a really good job there of saying, when would you like us to come out? We're booking for the 3rd week of October. I still wouldn't have said it, but it's a lot better than what most people do, which is, we're busy, we're booked out, which we've heard on this call today, right? Let's keep listening for a second.
Yeah, let's do 12 to 2. Any,
Okay, let me take a look and see what the first 12 to 2.
and if not, the morning ones will work just fine.
Okay.
You can also tell the customer's very understanding, very patient. Another advantage of conversational service: when the customer likes you, when they trust you, when they feel good about talking to you, they become significantly more patient with having to wait. I often like to say that if a customer is angry at you, it's actually the best opportunity you may ever have to create long-term loyalty. Because when a customer endures some conflict with you and you respond well, you respond with empathy and generosity, they actually become more loyal. Now they know that even at your worst, even when something goes wrong, they can still trust you to make it right, to fix it, to wow them. So you actually have a beautiful opportunity in these moments when your schedule is full, or when you've made a mistake, or the customer's upset. Those might be your best chances to earn endearing loyalty. Because again, when the customer endures some form of conflict with you, if you handle it well, they will know, they can trust that even when things are tough, you're still going to serve them at the highest level. You're still going to create a wow experience for them. Let's look at one more phone call. Call number 4. Here we go.
Thank you for calling. How can I make your day better?
Hey, Paso, I just missed your call.
Yes, sir. You asked me to give you a call. You said you had some faucets that you needed repaired.
Yeah, I got a couple leaks. I need some valve stems and seats.
All right. And which address is this for? Give me just a moment.
Lots of dead air. Lots of silence.
I can have a tech out there tomorrow morning between 8 and noon.
Nobody's there till afternoon.
Okay.
We don't even open for lunch.
All right. How about between 2 and 6?
Yeah, that works.
Now, that's the other thing that happens when you don't ask the customer, when would you like us to come out? If you just throw out all of the times that you have, how about 8 to 12? How about 2 to 6? You're just playing darts, right? You're just throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. Not a great experience. This call is purely transactional. Purely transactional. There's no conversation happening. There's no empathy, no asking questions. We're not understanding the customer or his situation or his time frame or how it's affecting him. We're just purely asking for transactional details. It's got to be conversational, not transactional, though. I hope that if you learn nothing else today, you learn that conversational service is the best kind of service. Transactional service, you may as well just let a robot do it. You may as well send that customer to your website and let them Talk to the bot, talk to the robot, talk to the form. All right, folks, that is all the time that we have for today. Super excited to be back with more episodes of This Call May Be Recorded. Next Friday, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we will return for episode 46 of This Call May Be Recorded. In the meantime, I invite you to go to powersellingpros.com, get yourself some free training samples. As I mentioned at the beginning of the show, we coach 1,000 CSRs today to book more calls, wow more customers, make more money. We teach them how to make the call more than a transaction, to engage in a helpful, friendly, generous conversation that grows your business. So go to powersellingpros.com, get a free training sample. If you're interested in getting a coaching plan for your CSR team, just schedule a free consultation with us. We'll get on the phone with you, ask about your goals, ask about what's holding you back right now, and make a plan to help your CSRs book more calls. We'll see you next Friday, folks. Go tell your friends about This Call May Be Recorded. We'll see you.